Now at 5:30, 3 men are in the hospital this morning after being hit by a car on Midland Avenue last night. The driver fled from the scene but was arrested shortly after.
Still an active scene. We'll be there live. Also on WKYT, a Western Kentucky family, the entire family dies trying to get to Minnesota after getting caught up in floodwaters in Illinois.
And we could be tracking more rounds of heavy rain around here. A flood watch has been posted for a big chunk of the area. We will track all of those details coming up.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. We certainly hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a great weekend. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope it's off to an awesome start for you. A little bit chilly out there.
It certainly is, and we have some things to watch. It's a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is on duty as, again, the potential for flooding is out there.
And that's been the case since we go back to last week, right before Christmas. We were dealing with rounds of heavy rain, and even on Christmas Day in many areas out there before seeing our temperature spike on Saturday well into the 70s. This morning, our concerns are really about some of that heavy rain potential that's going to be moving in. Flood watch in effect right now, and that runs through later on today into the nighttime hours until 9 o'clock to be exact for our immediate area. Now, different spots across Kentucky have different expiration times, but we are worried primarily about us, and it looks like it goes through 9 o'clock. You're seeing some blue shading across some of the mountainous counties. That's really for the highest elevations. However, I think all of us get in on some stronger wind gusts as well. That's for a wind advisory where they can see 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts today. Those high elevations, I'll tell you, it's a very different animal when you climb up there on top of those mountains. Showers, thunder showers have been showing up throughout the morning hours, mainly to our west now. We had some rain pass through Lexington earlier, but the main action that we're going to be tracking is still well off to our southwest. It's going to sweep through, and it's going to look a whole lot like what we're seeing out there, those pockets of yellows and oranges and reds. Even thunderstorms could come calling as we progress into the afternoon and evening hours today. That's where we run into some of our issues. Quick check of the hour by hour. Watch the rain start to fill back in and look at the pockets of yellow I was talking about during the afternoon hours. So that's going to be our target time to get back in on some of that action. I'll track it. We'll go through the entire hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, Jim, lots of potential problems we'll be keeping our eye on today. And 3 men are in the hospital this morning after a hit and run on Midland Avenue in Lexington. The crash happened around 11:30 last night.
The driver of the car was found on Leestown Road not too long after. WKYT's Mark Barber joins us live from the scene.
Good morning, Rebecca. Police had closed Midland Avenue through much of the morning to search for evidence that may have been left in this area. They just reopened the road here in the past 5 minutes or so. Now, they say that this is where a drunk driver ran up onto the sidewalk, mowed down 3 pedestrians, and then took off. It happened here around 11:30 last night at the intersection of Winchester Road, 3rd Street, and Midland Avenue. Police tell us that the driver was coming down Winchester Road when he ran onto the sidewalk of Midland Avenue, took out a street sign, and crashed into 3 men. Police say the driver then sped off toward Main Street. Officers tell us they did not get any specific tips about where the driver went from there, but they say they just kept driving and eventually got lucky when they found the suspect on Leestown Road and Taylor Drive, which is near New Circle Road. The driver, ACL Arola, is now charged with 3 counts of assault, leaving the scene of an accident and driving under the influence. As for the 3 men who were hit by the car, they all have life-threatening injuries, all 3 of them in critical condition this morning. Now, when we asked for more information about their injuries, we were told that 1 man has been in and out of surgery this morning, and that another of those 3 men is now described as stable. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Well, the families of the 4 killed in a wreck in Floyd County on Christmas Eve are still waiting for answers.
Sandra, Andrea, and Nevaeh Bauer all died in a 2-car crash on Kentucky 114 in Floyd County on Thursday evening. State police say the driver of the car that they crashed into, 52-year-old Roland Patrick, also died. The only information that they have gotten so far is from a 6-year-old survivor of the crash.
He said that they were on their way to Granny's house, and that his little sister had fell in his lap. I don't know, nobody knows what he meant by that. And he had told also that the men that had taken him out of the car.
The funerals for 3 of the 4 victims are tomorrow at the McCreary County Funeral Home.
3 people are in the hospital this morning after a crash involving a semi-truck in McCreary County. The crash happened on Kentucky 92 East near the Whitley-McCreary County line. KSP Post 11 says there were no fatalities in the crash. Crews did airlift 3 people to a Tennessee hospital with unknown injuries. No identities have been released. Well, floodwaters can be dangerous, especially when you try to drive through them.
An entire western Kentucky family died in the rising waters in Illinois on their way to Minnesota. WKYT's Mike Byer is at our live desk with the latest information we have on that. Mike?
A major weather system stretching across the country has caused some major flooding issues around the Midwest and unfortunately has claimed the lives of a Kentucky family who is traveling through southern Illinois. The Marion County coroner says 3 adults and 2 children drowned after the vehicle they were in was swept away and sank in a rain-swollen creek. The coroner says the swift-moving East Fork Creek carried the car off a low-water bridge near the town of Patoka, about 60 miles east of St. Louis. Investigators say the car drove into several feet of water before it was swept away nearly 200 feet downstream. Dispatchers say they received the initial call from 2 of the people inside the car around 7:30 Saturday night. When first responders arrived, they were able to make verbal contact with the occupants, but shortly after, the car became dislodged and sank, making the rescue impossible. Now, investigators say the Western Kentucky family may have gotten lost during their travels and didn't see the water until it was too late. Meanwhile, their names have yet to be released. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Really, it's just so awful.
Really tragic situation. It was first that I'd realized that you know, they were actually alive when the first responders got there. So it is certainly a tragedy. 5:36 now. An eastern Kentucky business owner can't open her store this morning.
That's because a fire destroyed Diane Castle's Family Foods in Lawrence County. Late last night, she watched the flames engulf her grocery store. Lawrence County Emergency Management says the fire started in a truck in a parking lot. The flames quickly spread to the building.
He was parked a little too close to the store, and it was a little windy, and the next thing we know, the building's on fire. They tried. They worked all night long. They really tried to save it, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Castle thinks someone vandalized and intentionally set the truck parked next to the store on fire. She owned the store since 1997 and does not know at this point if she'll rebuild. Well, police in Louisville are still trying to figure out what caused more than 1,000 teenagers to start fights in a mall.
Big disorder there. St. Matthews police estimate between 1,000 and 2,000 kids were involved in fights that forced them all to close early. Surveillance cameras inside one store captured the large group running toward exits.
Like a bunch of guys run to outside and scream. Somebody got to go inside to the mall, and I mean the customer he don't know what happened, what's going on.
The St. Matthews Police Department is planning on meeting with mall management this week and talk about preventing a similar situation going forward. I'm sure they want to get a handle on what happened there. All right, 5:38 now on WKYT this morning, and time to check live drive traffic, and let's see what is going on. Here is a look right now at the current traffic situation. Lots of green on there. Do remind you that they're continuing to investigate this pedestrian accident that happened near Midland and 3rd. So anybody coming in Winchester Road right now for the next little bit might have a little bit of a problem right there, but hopefully that clears soon.
Can imagine that a lot of people probably still have the day off, extending their holiday weekend, so hopefully traffic shouldn't be too bad for you this morning.
Yeah, right. We can't imagine that, right?
Oh, I can imagine it all too vividly.
But we're glad you're up and at it with us. For whatever reason you're up so early on this Monday, good to have you along. And more WKYT News on the way.
A Lexington couple trying to give their son one more Christmas present. They're asking for your help. We'll tell you how you can when we come back.
And today is the first alert severe weather day, as we are going to be tracking rounds of showers, even some thunderstorms. Some could be heavy. Flood concerns are up there. We will talk all about it coming up.